Welcome guys to another cool video of, well, not a cool video, kind of a sort of dark kind of video, if you know what I'm talking about. Now I've been noticing something. It's been pretty strange. I've noticed something that's been pretty strange here today, and you can't already tell. Hi. Sorry about that, but it's already tell from the video title when you click this video to start watching it. I'm going to, well, yes, you are going to obviously see footage of the prototype 510 prototype Sonic CD, complete with control in this fourth special stage of the game. But, well, so basically what I'm going to talk about today is I'm going to ask a pretty strange question. I got a pretty dark, so strange question to ask. Now, I got a theory that I have caught in Sonic 3 and Knuckles that people probably wouldn't have caught in the initial release. There is a part of Sonic 3 and Knuckles that predicts the future of New York City. 9/11. Now, it's now I also kind of think that, well, this happened in New York, which is 2006. I think that it kind of was, since Sonic 3 and Knuckles came out in 1994, and 2006 happened in the year before, so I kind of think that it's meant to be referenced to 226 with the whole bombing part of everything. But if it's not, I think they kind of predicted something that would happen in the future. 9/11. If not 226. If not, they referenced 226 in 1993 in Launchpad Zone in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Now, this is something that's pretty dark, especially since Sega didn't even know that 9/11 2001 was even gonna happen in the first place. They probably just did it for the enjoyment of kids for no reason, and just to add some cutscene into there. And then maybe, and then 9/11 happened, and it ended up being similar to what Sega did in their 1994 hit title Sonic 3, which also means Sonic 3 and Knuckles has that same cutscene. It was not changed whatsoever. They weren't aware, and they wanted to make it the closest they could to the original possible, but not changing anything that seemed unnecessary to them, such as that cutscene. Apparently, must have not seemed necessary to them. It must have seemed unnecessary to them. So yeah, it kind of makes sense. Okay. And so I'm surprised that they didn't remove it from 3 and Knuckles, because I actually saw that not in the original 3, but in 3 and Knuckles. So, which is really surprising to figure that 3 and Knuckles still has that cutscene. Which kind of feels odd for Sega to leave in the game, especially since even if 9/11 never happened, it still would have probably sparked kids a little few times. Yes, and that probably includes people who were probably my age back in 1994. Or whenever they played 3 and Knuckles, or maybe when they were 12 and played 3 and Knuckles at that age. But I digress. I mean, after all, maybe Sega kind of misunderstood and thought kids weren't really gonna be into the whole story part of the game. I guess a few people were, especially since now I saw a person on YouTube comment on an upload of the music to Launch Base Zone Act 1, I think. And they were like, I'm not sure who the commenter was and what the video was, but I think it was music of Launch Base Zone Act 1, I think, that was uploaded by Brawl Brudisix, I think. But all I know is that the person said, hey, remember the time when Knuckles threw a bomb and remember the time when Knuckles threw a bomb and then Sonic and Tails tried to get out and then they watched the tower fall and collapse. And then some other person's like, not 9/11! No! Why do you have to reference 9/11? And he's like, no, it's actually from the official Sega game. He's like, okay. Yeah, and then I was like, wait, are you serious? Wow. And I was like, nah, you're lying. And then later I played the game, and I got to Launch Base Zone. I hadn't got to Launch Base Zone yet, but I've heard the music before, and I was there in debugging before. But then I actually played Launch Base Zone. I got to Launch Base Zone, got to that point, and there was Knuckles doing what the guy said in the comment section. And then I'm like, are you serious? Are you so serious? How is this guy correct? I didn't think that something like this would actually happen and be true. But why would Sega do such a thing like this? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they did it, but there must have been some reason that they did it. I mean, I don't know what the reason is. Let me tell you, Sega always has their reasons. But seriously though, everybody has their reasons, right? So, yeah, that's kind of a strange thing I've wanted to talk about that's happened in Sonic 3 and that happens in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I kind of wanted to talk about it. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching and hope you... Oh, wait. I want to talk about something else about the Sonic CD prototype that I found. I found a version... Well, not I found. I just saw it online. Someone posted a version of the 510 prototype that allows you to control Special Stage 4 from the final game. And not just the normal Special Stage way. There's no UFOs here and stuff like that, but you can actually control Sonic's movement. You can control Sonic's movements. He even has a sprite for when he's standing. And at the beginning, he never wants to wag at you at the beginning of the special stage, unlike in the final. And you know what's funny? It's not mapped to up on the D-pad or up on the analog stick in this case, because my D-pad doesn't work in this emulator. It's mapped to the B button to move forward. And you can't move backwards, with the exception if you're on a bumper. That's right, if you're on a bumper and hold the forward button, you will be walking backward. You will be walking backwards, not towards the screen. You'll still be looking like you're walking backwards of the screen, but you'll be still walking towards the screen anyway. Your character doesn't appear to do so, but he ends up doing so anyway in the process. So, yeah. And the stage actually loops too, unlike in the final. You can just swim in the water, which it will just look like a background. You can just turn around. It just kind of looks like an image too. If you stop looking, you can look all around. Kind of looks like a scrollable image. And there's Angel Island. Look at that. There's Angel Island, so kind of interesting. Now, if you're wondering why that music is in the background, that's because I imported the Japanese European soundtrack into the game from the final version, and I don't think that was supposed to be the soundtrack for the prototype. I think there was some differences, but apparently the soundtrack wasn't in this version of the ROM format, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I had a normal version. It didn't have the soundtrack either, so I'm not sure what happened to the beta soundtrack that I never saw. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.